So my wife tells me she wants a coffee table, and she tells me she doesn't care what it is. She just do what I want. Well, I know better than that. So after 6 to 8 months of looking at pictures, I finally settled upon a design. I build nice furniture, but when I build stuff for my house, I build stuff that most people would never ever pay for just because of the time I have to put into it. For this build specifically, I bought 8/4 white oak, which is absolutely stunning, but man, it is very heavy and very hard to work with. For this table, my wife wanted it round, and I wanted this thing to be kind of a statement piece. So I'm going to make 2 round tops, and then I'm going to somehow figure out how to put them together. I will say I like working with 8/4 in that it's typically very straight after being milled. So I am using dominoes here, but they're not always necessary with this bigger wood. This is actually the first project I did where I was able to use my new joiner. I didn't show that on video, but I will say I thoroughly enjoyed using it. And although I've been avoiding buying one for a long time, I am glad that I finally bit the bullet and bought one. There are a lot of fancy jigs out there for cutting these circles, but I've had this homemade one for quite some time and it works perfectly fine. After a few of these round tables, I have kind of figured out the do's and don'ts. Taking off a little at a time versus trying to speed it up. And then, of course, you'll see I use a jigsaw and then a flush trim router. That way I don't have to sit there all day long and go piece by piece with the big router. Even after cutting off the excess, I was able to do 2 more passes with the big router before I got the flush trim router out. After getting the table done, I did notice a pretty severe crack, which is quite annoying. So I decided to put in not a domino, but just a square to kind of hold it in place. I ended up using it in the design and it didn't look too bad. I've been meaning to buy a jig to make these easier because doing these from scratch is probably one of my least favorite things to do. As my dad used to say, second verse, same as the first, but I'll make this one a little faster for you guys. That deserves a little bit of a dance. For the edges of this table, I did put a huge 1/2 inch round over. I think that looks amazing. I will be finishing this table with Rubio Monocoat, and I only sand to 150 grit when I use Rubio. And because of that, I always water pop once, sometimes even twice, to make sure I get the grain down as much as possible. For the legs, I am trying something that in concept sounds really cool, but I really don't know what it's going to look like. So here we go. One of these large circles will sit directly on the floor, no legs, and the other will be the top. And these 4 pieces here will just connect the 2 of them. To make this work, I have to create a mortise on the top and the bottom for these to sit in, where I can glue them. Now I will be able to lag from the bottom, but at the top, I'll be relying solely on the glue. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident that is going to bite me here in a second. As I stated earlier, this table is insanely heavy, which makes it very awkward to move around. What you're seeing now is the table is completely upside down, so I can mark the mortises on the bottom of the top so that I can repeat the steps that I've already done. Once those mortises are done, I flip it back on and I attempt to assemble the table. What you're about to witness is true stupidity in the wild. Luckily, nothing was damaged, but I decided at this point I should probably glue those things in. Like I said, coming from the bottom, I am able to lag these brackets, but the top, I will solely rely on the tight mortises and the glue. Before I do final assembly, I want to go ahead and start covering this with Rubio Monocoat. I absolutely love this stuff. I actually had just enough to finish this table here. The key to this is good even coverage and then wipe off. Wipe on, wipe off. That was pretty satisfying. After applying Rubio to the bottom, I go ahead and use these 4-inch lags to lag this thing down. I don't think I have to worry about these ever coming loose. All builds make me a little nervous, which honestly I think is kind of like me chasing the high. But at this moment is where I really start kind of getting excited about the end result. I can finally relax. I can finally see the end. And you probably can't see it on my face, but I am super excited right now. Overall, I think it turned out great. My wife loves it. My kids love it. I love it. This piece will definitely stand the test of time. If you like this, I would greatly appreciate if you subscribed. Also, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment. And thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.